Hello, everybody, and welcome to the S&M show, the Sam and Ming show, broadcasting from the home of the comic book men, Jay and Silent Bob's Secret Stash. My name is Ming Chen.
And sitting across from him, it could be any woman in the world. It doesn't specifically have to be this.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Now, having the name Sam as well doesn't hurt. You're irreplaceable.
I was going to say, do you just hang out on the streets? I'm looking for women named Sam today.
I'll take a Samantha.
Samuel?
Samuel, I'll take it. Yes, Samuel. No.
We'll put Samuel in a wig and pretend it's a female.
No.
Just so you know, he did that with me. You replaced me.
How did I replace him?
Didn't you just record a podcast?
We just recorded a podcast.
Didn't you just record
Exactly. No, technically...
Mike Zapsik, folks.
Mike Zapsik crying as always.
I don't think he's crying. I think he was lashing out irrationally.
Yes, he is, like a little child, yes.
It's okay. I understand I'm easily replaced.
No, you're not replaceable. You're priceless. You are wonderful. You are awesome.
I understand.
I think
any woman in the world could podcast with me. If you're a woman listening to this, just send a picture of yourself and maybe how many yoga pants you own.
Okay, well, all right. I'll take that into consideration, but no. There are a lot of women who can podcast out there. Not many of them make the cut.
Okay. I make the cut.
You definitely make the cut.
Okay.
You definitely make the cut.
I guess I can forgive you, but I don't know what's going to happen. Maybe next week we're pre-recording this for next week, but maybe I'll just decide that I want to ditch you and
good luck finding that personality.
And maybe I just want to hang out. Maybe I want to hang out with Brian Johnson a little bit.
Oh, is that how we're doing it now? You know what? There's been some cries about tell him Steve Dave should have Samantha Quintus on. I'm like, you know what? I wholeheartily agree. Now, if they would stop slobbering over Get 'em, maybe it would happen.
I was to say, I think Brian, maybe.
Yeah. I was to
say, I think Walt would be like, hell no, that Bruins fan is not coming on this show. Right. She's in my store enough. Yeah. Get her the fuck out.
Is that the Zen librarian? Yeah, no. Yeah, well, Walt's too busy slobbering all over a whack packer we call Get 'em Steve Dave. Yeah, wow. I don't believe you've met him yet.
I don't think I have yet.
You may have seen him though. He came to one of our Surf Taco premiere parties, and he's such a weird guy. He wears 3 pens on his shirt. Like, why you got
pins or pens?
Pens. It's like, why you got 3 pens?
In a pocket protector?
Sort of, yeah. And they're like, why you got 3 pens? Like, well, I might need 3 pens. And he wears this kind of army floppy hat, and it has an LCD screen that scrolls, and it says, "Hello, my name is Get 'em Steve Dave." Like, he wants people to he's trying to draw attention to himself.
Okay, well, is he going to be coming to the premiere this year?
I always invite him. Sure, Mike doesn't always invite him. He shows up anyway, so yes, he will be there.
So there we go.
He will be there.
Well, then I will meet him.
Yeah, I'll make a formal introduction.
Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'll have to.
You'll.
The idea of Walt slobbering over anybody.
Oh God,
it's
disgusting.
That to me is just like.
It's disgusting.
I wasn't aware Walt had personalities that we knew of.
Oh, he does. If you want to hear the slobbering, listen to the last episode of Tell Him Steve Dave.
I will.
For sure. But you know what? Screw all that. Forget all that.
Forget all that.
We got more important things to talk about.
Like, we're going to get off the subject of Ming replacing me so that we don't have to deal with that. We're going to sweep those little secrets under the rug.
Yeah. It's like it never happened. Although it did. There is an audio and visual
I did
record
listen. I did
that.
listen.
Did you?
Yes.
Well, it was good, right?
Yes.
It's good.
I mean, I know Sam and I know AJ, so
yes.
I obviously had no problem. Ming did actually ask me for permission in the morning. And I told him no, but clearly he just didn't listen.
Yeah, I didn't listen. I was like, you know what?
I was like, Ming, how dare you? And he's like, awesome, I'll take that as a yes.
Yeah. I'm like, wait, maybe she'll never find out.
Maybe I won't tweet about this.
Yeah, now, if you're a long-time listener of the Smodco Network, you've heard Samantha O'Leary before.
Yes, she's been on the show before.
She is just one of the most likable people that I know.
She's one of the most likable persons. I like that.
Yeah, in this world.
Yes.
And my whole thing was, obviously I've known her for over 3 years. Friends, I know her musical talent.
She wears yoga pants.
She does very
well.
She wears them well, yes. As a matter of fact. That had nothing to do with inviting her at all. And AJ did come in wearing yoga pants as well. That had
we all work at a yoga store.
Yeah, that had nothing to do with
different ones, but we all work at one.
But I just want to sit back one day, me and Mike and you, and be like, remember when we had Samantha Aurelio. Like, remember when she came and podcasted
with
us?
When she's like winning freaking Grammys.
Yeah, and she's like touring the world. And
exactly.
like, remember
when she came, when she's like Beyonce status.
Yeah, and she came and like sat at our beat up poker table. Like, it's only a matter of time. But I just
it is.
I preemptive strike.
Yes.
But beyond all that, she's a very dear friend. So.
She is. No, and I love Sam, and I love AJ. So.
Yeah, AJ. I've been trying to get AJ on here forever.
Yeah.
I wanted to get her on when we did our hockey podcast, Puck Nuts.
Yeah.
Wanted to get her on and talk about her.
Because she was a Devil's Dancer.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes. So I peppered her with all the questions I had saved up for that.
There you go.
It was fun.
There you go.
So, but more on to more important things, on to more important topics. Happy birthday.
Thank
Samantha
you.
Quintus. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Happy
29.
Birthday. Really? You didn't have to say that.
Oh, well, it's fine.
Is it?
Yeah.
You don't look 20. You look like freaking 22.
Yeah, no, I actually, when I started at my job, I worked with a lot of, like our seasonal help were a lot of college girls, and they were asking the manager, they were like, where does Sam go to college? And she's like, I don't know. You could ask her where she went to college. And they're like, they're like, oh, she dropped out. And Colleen's like, no, she graduated like a really long time ago. She's like almost 30.
Yeah.
And no one could believe it. I never thought I was like 22.
That's great. What's your secret? Do you moisturize everything? No, you don't. We've talked
about this. Water.
Water,
a wash rag.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah, so.
Okay.
I mean,
it's obviously not clean.
I mean, I actually do use Lush Cosmetics, not makeup. It's like organic, and like all like handmade like skincare, so moisturizers, stuff like that. I do use like their mask and
I've been in a Lush store. I was in one this weekend, as a matter of fact.
It looks like all like little miniature like cakes and candies. Yeah. And smells.
It ain't cheap either.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
But they're making bank.
They are. They are. They used to have one when I lived in Sayreville. They used to have one at the Menlo Park Mall.
Yeah.
And it moved to Freehold, which really didn't jive with me because I lived up in Sayreville.
Right.
But now I live in Atlantic Island, so I'm I kind of just followed this store.
Yeah. Walt Flanagan's daughter is a fan of Lush, and he almost got into an altercation there.
Why?
He told a story on the podcast. A woman was helping his daughter out, and I think he gave her like a free bracelet or something, and he got mad. He thought she was trying to induct her into some kind of cult or something by giving her this bracelet.
Nice.
It was really funny, and I was like, no, it's a freaking free bracelet.
It's a little weird.
Settle down.
It's a little weird.
Settle down. Listen, it's like Tell 'em Steve Dave episode like 176 or something.
Good for Walt.
That's pretty funny.
Good for Walt, flipping out the Lush.
But happy birthday! Before we go anywhere, I do have a little present here for you.
Oh no!
I'm gonna hand it over here. You stay there.
Okay, I'm staying.
It's very small.
Okay.
But
is it your penis?
No.
Well, you said it was very small.
No, there are kids in here. Stop.
Well, I'm just saying.
This little gift card to our local store.
Oh my god!
If that's happy birthday, I'm gonna give him a little plug.
Oh my god!
It's a gift card to B Barrel, which is a yoga clothing store down the street.
A yoga clothing store.
That should there's the amount written on the back.
Yes.
You can reveal or not, but that should cover you for
ridiculously
pair of.
Yes.
If,
you didn't need to do that.
Yes, I do.
No, you
Yes,
didn't.
I do. Yes, I.
Oh my god.
Yes, I do. You mean a lot to me, and we've launched an amazing podcast.
Yes.
And so happy birthday.
Thank you so much.
Now there should be enough on there to cover you for a pair of awesome yoga pants.
Yes. Or that jacket I was looking at.
Oh, or the jacket.
Pending it's still there.
Yeah. Now if you look at this closely, you'd be like, this is a present. This is a present for you. It's actually a present for me.
Yes, it was.
If
so I'll buy yoga pants.
No. You buy whatever you want.
I'm totally buying yoga pants.
You don't have to buy pants. You buy whatever you want. But there are some badass ones from a company called Tiki.
Yeah, and K Deer does hers theirs too.
Yes, and I think the Tiki ones have a freaking steer skull.
Yeah,
on the leg. Yeah. They look completely badass.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of like Wild yoga pants. And
is that a brand or is that
no,
just
no,
Wild
just
in
like
general?
Wild in general.
Yeah.
And they have actually I kind of have this thing with peacocks.
Okay. Yeah, you draw them.
I draw them. Well, I was to say I draw them. I take pictures of them. The reason why I have this thing with peacocks is because essentially me and my current boyfriend met because of a peacock I drew for.
Nice.
A peacock I drew.
Oh, the band, right?
Yes, which his band later used on their CD. So I kind of have this like love of peacocks.
Yes.
Which you could actually see he bought me for my birthday. Little
peacock feathers.
Feather earrings. But there is a pair of pants with peacock feathers all over them.
Done.
Yeah.
Yeah, the jewelry's tough. I remember my older cousin he was of dating age. I was not. He was giving me girl advice.
Oh yeah.
His big advice to me was like never buy a woman jewelry.
Never.
That was his advice to me. I'm like, why not? It's like like you can go wrong. There are too many ways to go wrong with that.
I can see that. I've had some boyfriends buy me jewelry that I like hated.
Yeah.
Mostly I've liked it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I mean I think jewelry is fine. The first thing he ever gave me was the necklace I wear all
Yes.
the time.
Yeah.
So
I was there when he gave it to you.
Mm-hmm.
We were celebrating over at a bar called Jamie's down the street.
Yes, and so I mean like I wear it all the time. It's just like a simple thing, but
it worked.
Yeah, it kind of actually it was the first thing he ever gave me. He didn't, we weren't really dating. We weren't dating actually at all at the time. And he kind of actually got the essence of me in a necklace completely. Yeah. So that's like a way to go 100%.
I think
right,
you may have not have been dating officially, but like you could come on, you guys are all over each other.
Yeah,
so.
Well,
Yeah. You were canoodling, as they would say.
Yeah, somebody buys you a necklace, you canoodle.
Oh yeah, is it that easy? So my cousin was wrong.
Your cousin was wrong.
He was wrong.
He was way wrong.
He was wrong.
So yeah, but yesterday was my birthday, the last year before 30.
Yeah, how you feel?
Like I got to make the most of it. I mean, 30's not a big year. I mean, it's a big year, but it's not like really a big year anymore. 30's like the new or 60's like, the new 30.
Right.
It
is.
So yeah, I don't really feel older, but I'm gonna make the most out of this year. Like I'm gonna do some like wild shit, like jumping out. Jumping out of a plane, maybe. I don't know.
If you jump out of a plane, I'll come with you.
I kind of.
If you jump out of a plane, I will come with you.
Kind of just want to go wild.
Wilder.
Wow.
Okay.
I mean, I definitely want to do like some
you're pretty
weird like deep sea scuba diving or something. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
I mean, you're my crazy friend.
Yeah. So I kind of just want to jump out of a plane, actually.
I would jump out of a plane with you.
Yeah.
I would jump out of a plane. I just talked to someone who jumped out of a plane. The woman who does all our booking, booking agent. Her name's Juliet. She has a company called the Zombie Survival Crew.
Oh, nice.
And her biggest client is probably Michael Rooker.
Okay.
So it's kind of cool to be on the same team as him.
Yeah, there you go.
She has a bunch of other cool clients. She has a lot of the Walking Dead cast.
That makes sense.
And she has us.
That makes sense.
And Jason Mewes, we just got Jason Mewes signed up with her.
Nice.
She just jumped out of the airplane at the insistence of Jason David Frank, who played the Green Ranger.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's made like thousands of jumps. So he's like, we're jumping in Puerto Rico. You got to come with me. And she did.
Awesome. God, I wish I got that like phone call one day. Like, hey, I'm jumping in like some exotic, beautiful place.
Yeah. Well, I was talking to him about it. I'm like, okay, Puerto Rico. I'm like, what are the like safety standards there? He's like, oh, there are none.
Okay, so maybe I don't want to get that call.
Yeah.
I'll get the call. Let's go somewhere in Pennsylvania, wherever.
Right.
Just like actually like people who care if you live or die.
Well, I mean, you jump out of a plane, like it's not that safe to begin with. Like, how much like more unsafe can it get? Like, I guess there's the packing of the chute, maybe it's
which I will not be troubled with doing. I have the worst luck in the world, so whoever is attached to my back when I do this, I'm just gonna let them handle that.
Okay, or maybe the drop zone isn't as safe as it could be in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, exactly. That's like another thing. You don't worry about what's in the air down there.
Yeah, but she had a great time.
Awesome.
That was video.
Yeah, I kind of want to make the year pretty good.
All right, make a list.
Check it twice.
Yeah, if you want me to go with you, I'll go with you.
Awesome. I kind of want to see.
And then we can talk about it. That's a great thing.
You know what? This is like kind of weird. I had this moment last night. In between apple picking and my baller dinner at the Melting Pot, which somebody finally brought me to the Melting Pot, and I loved it. I'll be digesting that food.
Let's talk about the Melting Pot in a second.
Yeah.
Continue.
So I was waiting to go out. I just finished like getting dressed, and I was watching the movie The Secret Life of Walter Mitty.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you've ever seen it.
I haven't.
Okay. I kind of thought it was going to be a dumb movie.
Right.
And when it came out, I don't know what it was foreshadowed. Or what it was like overshadowed by,
yes.
But it didn't really get a lot of publicity.
No, it didn't.
And I knew a few people who'd gone to see it, and they didn't really talk about it. So I was kind of like, oh, well, maybe it's not a good movie. So I kind of like let it fall by the wayside. Well, I watched it yesterday, and it's a fantastic movie.
Did you cry?
I did.
Okay.
I always cry.
I don't have the crying sound effect too.
I always
using
cry.
my other computer.
It's about this guy. Walter Mitty, who, can I just say, like, Ben Stiller, total, like, Silver Fox. Like, I'm kind of into him, like, older Ben Stiller. Like, I feel like when he was
young...
like,
that weird sneer?
Like, I feel like when he was young, he was kind of, like, not as good-looking as he is now, but he kind of grew into his looks, like Jennifer Aniston.
She was pretty hot when she was younger, too.
I liked her when she was in Friends.
You're nuts.
I thought she was
crazy.
supposed to be, like, fake-looking. Now she's all, like, organic.
I think she's even more fake-looking now, but okay. But
Whatever.
Whatever.
We can go into the pros and cons of Jennifer Aniston later.
Sure.
So it's about him. He works at Life magazine, and they're switching from a magazine format to a digital format.
Yes.
Which is very sad in itself.
Absolutely.
Just like a true story. Very
we deal with that every day here at James Bob's Secret Stash.
And he's the guy who runs the negatives through and turns them, into
digital. Yeah.
And the negative assistant or whatever his job title is, and he's working with this one photographer played by Sean Penn, which like the guy looks crazy in this movie, and like I kind of love it.
Okay. Sean Penn looks crazy.
Yeah. Sean Penn always kind of looks a little crazy
looking dude. Sure.
So he specifically sends him this this negative that he wants to be used for the cover of the last cover of Life, and it's not with the rest of the negatives. So Ben Stiller's character goes on like this really weird, like wild goose chase to find this photographer, and he ends up like taking a plane to Iceland and jumping out of, and he's like notoriously a daydreamer.
Right.
So he like jumps out of a plane or a helicopter into like shark infested water.
Yes.
And onto this weird like fishing boat. And then he gets to like Greenland, and there's like an erupting volcano, and he's like skateboarding down the road, and he's like biking.
Yeah.
And he ends up in like Afghanistan, and he's like hiking through Yemen, and it's this wild goose chase, and you think it's not going to translate really well,
but it translates.
But it does, and it's all about like making the most of your life.
Yeah.
And the whole end and the negative when he finally does.
So that's how I live each and every day of my life, Samantha.
You had a shark fight today?
No, but I'm very satisfied with my morning. We'll just put it that way.
Okay. Okay.
Not like that.
Wink, wink.
Not like that.
Mm-hmm.
Not like that, but yeah.
Pray for Debbie.
Yeah, pray
for Debbie.
Yeah.
So if you haven't seen the movie The Secret Life of Walter Mitty, actually watch it. It's
okay. Is that Netflix?
Probably.
Okay.
I think it's on Redbox too.
Okay.
It's pretty good. The soundtrack's really good. I think
it's the good score.
Yeah. Well, the soundtrack's good. Like the actual songs in it. But the score is very good. It's by this guy Theodore Shapiro, I think.
Okay, not familiar with him.
Yeah, no, I'm not familiar with him either. But it's a pretty good score, and the soundtrack's good. Like when he's like surfing or skateboarding, there's like good songs going down. Sean Penn is crazy. It's got everything.
You got me crazy to marry Madonna even for a second.
Yeah, but then he married Robin Wright.
Yeah, and they were together for a while. Yeah, Jenny.
Yeah, and she's like hot.
She is. Yeah, she was Jenny.
Yeah, I know who she was.
Okay. Just
she was also Buttercup in.
Oh yeah, Princess Bride. Even better.
Yeah, there you go.
As you wish.
As you wish.
You wish, Samantha Q. Yes. So is that crazy? That he married her? She seems very.
Well, no, I was going to say, but I mean, like when you're looking at who he married Madonna, which is kind of like what's going on, but then he married like one of the hottest women in the world.
Right, but personality-wise, probably on the opposite end of the spectrum. Like Robin Wright.
Is probably normal.
You would think. Yeah.
She probably doesn't eat the souls of children for breakfast.
No.
Hold on.
Absolutely
Sean Penn married Charlize Theron?
No, Robin Wright.
Oh, yeah.
Remember Robin Wright?
Charlize Theron was with that hot guy, Stuart Townsend, that looks just like a fake Johnny Depp.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Johnny Depp. Mike Zapsik, everybody. Mike Zapsik. In the house.
He's just on numerous pods today.
Yes.
Fake Johnny Depp.
Fake Johnny Depp.
Johnny
That's
Depp.
what his Twitter handle should be.
Fake
Johnny Depp.
Fake Johnny Depp.
Yes.
So, the melting pot.
The melting pot. I've wanted to go there for a very long time.
Okay.
Mainly because it just looks unhealthy.
Yeah, so basically it's a fondue restaurant where they give you a little thing, a big pot of boiling oil. You dip meats and stuff into a batter.
Yeah.
You chuck it in there. It's basically you're deep frying whatever you want yourself.
Yeah, like you're cooking your own food.
You're cooking your own food.
That's part of that. And they're upcharging you so much money.
Oh yeah, it's expensive, and it's kind of most people take their days. It's kind of romantic, like it's dimly lit in there.
Yeah,
and,
it's I've never been there. I've wanted to go for like years. Okay. Ever since after my first marathon, I like was asking my boyfriend at the time, like, can we go to the melting pot? Can we go to the melting pot?
They should have said yes right away. It is expensive. It's a baller dinner.
Yeah, it is a baller dinner.
This is like post Saturday at the con. Me and Mike, like I wouldn't go with him.
I was gonna say,
like not because it was not him, but
like Zapstick are gonna be dipping like chocolate fondue.
Yeah, see that's the thing. It's very, it's like really. Yeah, you don't go there with like your.
You hear that Ming's making moves on you.
It's erotic. Yeah. You know, what are you gonna do?
Like it's not something like me.
It's not like Korean barbecue.
No, not
Korean barbecue. It's not like
Korean. It ain't Korean barbecue. It's.
No,
it's someplace you take Brian Johnson.
There you go.
Yeah, I think there's a romantic element.
No, I agree. So we started off with obviously the best parts are the beginning and the end, the cheese and the chocolate.
Yeah, so you start with a cheese course. They melt cheese, you dip like bread in there.
Yeah, you dip little bread and vegetables. And you could choose from different types of cheeses. Yes. So there's like a cheddar one, there's like a Boston lager cheese.
Yeah, like port wine or whatever, yes.
The only one we could do, because 3 of them had beer in them, the only one we could do was the classic Alpine. Okay. Which was like...
Like Swiss, right? Like Alpine lace or whatever, yeah.
It was like I don't know cheese names.
That's all right.
Yeah. So
like a Gruyere.
Yeah, there you go.
Was it Gruyere? I was making that up.
Yeah,
okay.
That's probably what it was a J.
Yeah. Then you get the boiling oil.
Then they give you like a salad to like clean your palate. Okay. So
clean your colon. Okay.
Then you get you could either choose and like put together a little plate of things that you want, or they have like ones kind of like already compiled. Preset. So I did. Surprise, surprise! I did like a New Orleans one. It was like a lot of Cajun.
Just because it said New Orleans
on
it,
you're like Cajun spices on, and I wanted to do a few other things, but a lot of it had teriyaki meat, marinated meat, which
gluten. Got gluten.
My boyfriend can't have that, so I couldn't be dipping it in a pot.
Yeah.
So actually, kind of the only thing I could have was the New Orleans one, which he actually got too. So we just kind of had a big plate of Cajun chicken sausage and
like andouille sausage.
Yep, Cajun chicken. Oh, God.
What's that?
I've never had sausage before. Like I don't eat sausage. Right. Oh, it was so good.
What's that taste like? Batter dipped sausage. Is that what? Did you put in the batter?
No, we couldn't do batter.
Okay.
That one wasn't.
Gluten. Okay.
Yeah,
so what did you do instead?
What's the option? We had the little like dip we had. It didn't have any kind of batter in it.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, no, we picked. There was only like 2 he could do. One was like basically a vegetable broth, and the other one was like a red wine.
Oh, okay, cool.
Burgundy kind of herb spice broth with mushrooms. So usually I don't eat mushrooms, but I was like, dude, vegetable broth sounds like chicken noodle soup. Yeah. Let's go all in for burgundy. Right. Fantastic.
What a racket! Like you get this food, and they're little bite-sized pieces.
Yeah, definitely. They're not giving you what you're paying for.
And you're cooking them yourself. Yeah. And then your bill is like 3 digits. So it's the greatest.
I didn't even look at the bill. I was just like, I don't want.
It's a birthday.
Yeah. I was like, well, and he surprised me with it too. He wouldn't tell me where we were going. I specifically said I want to go to this Mexican restaurant in town, Carlos O'Connor.
Oh God, that place sucks.
I know, I love it though.
That place is terrible.
So I kept saying like, let's go to Carlos O'Connor. Let's go to Carlos O'Connor.
God bless him. That he didn't take you.
So he
God
told
bless
me,
he didn't listen.
So he told me, he's like, we're going to Carlos O'Connor. I was like, yes. He goes, I'm actually kidding. We're not.
Yeah.
So then he told me the melting pot.
Right.
So at first I didn't really show any emotion, and he's like, oh my God,
I fucked up.
He's like, you're totally going to be happier.
I messed up.
You're totally going to be happier with Carlos O'Connor. And I was like, no. I just like, no one's ever brought me to the melting pot.
Yeah.
So.
Did you cry?
I didn't cry. I don't cry all the time, just most of the time.
You cry a lot.
So then we had the chocolate.
Yeah, they give you dessert chocolate. They melt.
Yeah, so
chocolate fondue is like a gift from the gods.
Yeah. So obviously a lot of the dessert was cake stuff, which I wouldn't have been able to dip.
Right.
So the way we covered that was he got like fruit and I got the cakes, and I just I would dip like the fruit things, but for anything cake they gave me a spoon. I kind of just poured it.
Oh, nice. Yeah. So
that we didn't completely like have to mess up the whole dinner because he's gluten free.
Yeah. I mean, so they melt chocolate in front of you, so they lay out fruit, but you also get little bite-sized cheesecakes, bite-sized cakes, marshmallows, graham crackers. Like all this stuff that's
and he told them it was my birthday, so they brought me like a mini piece of chocolate or a mini piece of cheesecake.
Right.
So I mean, like I'm gonna be digesting dessert for like I'm wearing like a baggy.
Did you put a big fork in that cake and dip that?
No,
too?
I didn't.
Like just like
I didn't. I tried to be delicate.
Tried to dip that.
Yes.
It's like you have to dip everything there.
I tried to be a delicate flower.
That's cool. Do they have booze there?
Yes.
They serve booze. They have a liquor license.
Yes, they have beers. Actually, really good craft beers.
Like what?
God, I don't even remember. I drank wine.
Oh, okay.
Very extensive wine list. But the one thing I did notice, they had a blueberry beer on there, and they had a left-hand milk stout, which is what I
cool.
noticed.
Yeah, left-hand milk stout.
Yeah, it's fantastic. So, so our dessert was dark chocolate.
Right.
Some kind of liquor. I honestly forget which one.
Tasty liquor. Tasty liquor.
And sea salt.
Oh, nice.
Oh
like
my
a nice, like,
God.
freaking.
And they give you like a sea salt shaker, so you can just add whatever you want.
Yeah. Like, whoa, easy.
We started off easy, and then we just like filled it.
That's good.
Yeah, and like I said, I'm gonna be digesting this meal.
That's cool, man.
It's sitting next to the po' boy I ate in New Orleans 3 years ago that I'm still digesting.
Yeah. Oh well, of course. I'm still tasting. I'm still burping that up.
Yeah. So it was a good birthday.
Yeah.
I did get a ticket.
How we just talked, didn't we just talk? We did. We just talked about this last week.
Yeah, we just talked about this last week.
How?
I was not wearing my seatbelt as the
Wait,
passenger.
you weren't even driving?
No, I wasn't even freaking driving.
Okay.
What
a.
Oh, yeah. God. So she takes my license and she goes, "Oh, where are you guys going?" And he's like, "Oh, we're going apple picking, for her birthday." And she goes, "Oh, happy birthday!" Right. And then comes back with a ticket. I'm like, "What kind of?" And it was a female, not attractive cop. And I was just like I honestly, I had to stop myself because I don't like law enforcement officials to begin with. I was like, what kind of person are you to give somebody a ticket on their birthday? Like,
you said that?
No, I wanted to.
Okay, yeah.
Like, there's like a special place in hell reserved for those cops.
There is. And I don't know, man.
For like a seatbelt. I was like, this is gonna be like a $40 ticket.
Yeah,
I don't care.
One's
I could pay this, but like.
Well, you don't want to pay this, especially on your birthday.
Honestly,
it puts a damper on things.
Like, I was thinking about just going to court and being like, she was blind. I was wearing it.
Yeah, you could.
You could.
You could. She probably isn't even going to show up for that anyways. But you got to go. The court that you have to go to is 45 minutes away.
Yeah.
It's totally not worth it.
Yeah. So yeah.
You would spend more on gas than you would fighting the ticket.
I'm just gonna pay the ticket, but like it's just kind of like if you're a cop out there and you're listening to the show and you pull somebody over on their birthday, like short of them like really doing something
wrong. If they did something really wrong, okay, sure.
But like
but
I just like
so minor.
Another thing I wanted to say, and we drove on the way home. We drove through the same thing, and we saw like at least 5 cars pulled over, and I just I kind of felt like. Is there really no crime in Freehold that you have to be pulling people over on their birthdays for not wearing a seatbelt? I get it; it's dangerous.
I guess it's a law. Do you usually not wear your seatbelt in the passenger seat?
As a passenger, no. Usually I don't. I only wear my seatbelt in my car because it forces me to. Yeah. And honestly, I'm one of those proponents of it's my life. I should be able to do whatever I want.
I agree. Like if I want to ride a bike without a helmet, I'm gonna ride a bike without a helmet. I'm not a wuss.
You can ride your bike with no handlebars.
Yeah.
No handlebars.
I'm not a wuss until I'm in the hospital, like as a vegetable.
Yeah, I just especially
But that's my own fault.
I get it. It's like a safety thing. Sure. I completely get it. But the whole point of a ticket, if you're gonna get a ticket because you're speeding, you're running red lights, you're running stop signs, is because you're endangering the lives of others.
True.
And that is a bad thing. You need to be taught a lesson.
Right.
I'm not wearing my seatbelt. I'm endangering my own life.
Yeah, endanger others. Like, what if you get in a wreck, your bike goes flying through the window and you hit an innocent pedestrian?
Do you think my body weighs enough to kill that person?
No. We talked about this last week, where you're like a twig.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I am definitely one of those people, but my main grudge wasn't the seatbelt thing and the fact that apparently there's no crime in Freehold, so everybody should move there because no crime, no one's breaking into your house in Freehold.
No crime, but you're gonna get pulled over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For not wearing your seatbelts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I was just on my birthday,
it sucks.
Yeah.
That sucks. You were talking about gluten-free stuff and how tough life is with a gluten-free diet. I ran a half marathon this weekend. Afterwards, we all went out to get sushi.
Yes.
Now, one of the people in our party, AJ, is allergic to gluten.
Yes.
And so she got this. It was a seafood salad. Normally they put tempura in it, which has gluten in it. Yes. She asked for no tempura.
And they came out anyway.
At tempura. She's like, sorry, I asked for no tempura. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm allergic to
health thing too.
I'm allergic to it.
There are people who do gluten-free as a health diet, which it really isn't. It's an expensive thing at best, but there are people who need it for medical purposes.
Yes,
people who
she's
have
one of
celiacs.
them.
Yeah,
she's one of them.
As is my boyfriend.
So they kind of hesitate. They're like, "Did you really ask for?" She's like, "Yeah, I asked for no tempura." They're like, "Okay," they take it back. They bring it back without the tempura. It was clear that they just had taken it off. And she's like, "Did you just take it off? Because if it's still in there, like I'm gonna get really sick."
Yeah.
And they're like, "No, we made you another one." And I'm like, "No, you didn't."
Yeah, like.
I'm like, it's clear you didn't.
Yeah.
And at this point, I didn't.
Did you like walk out?
I didn't walk out. By that time, like we were too far in.
Yeah.
We were too far in, but I was starting to get pissed though.
Yeah.
But it's like, you know what? I'm sore. We just all ran 13.1 miles. I don't want to get into a fight right now. I'm like, you know, I'll eat it. I don't know why. Yeah, we let it go, sort of. But I'm like, why are you doing this?
Yeah.
Why? I think they wanted to save a couple bucks on the freaking salad. Like they would chuck it out and make another one. I'm like, don't be assholes.
Yeah, no.
Make another freaking salad.
And that's the thing. Like
it's just like this life isn't tough enough as it is.
I have like the same thing. Like sometimes when I get like a salad, it'll have peanuts in it. I'm allergic to peanuts. I'm allergic to all nuts.
Mm-hmm.
So cashews, almonds. Like if you just pull those out by hand, there's still like an oil that's left, and that's the same with gluten.
Yeah.
Like if you just pull it out or brush it off, there's still like a there that's left.
Yeah. The other thing is, in general, I try not to argue with restaurant owners or wait staff because they can.
Also, I mean, I try not to argue with them because I know that their life is tough enough already.
Right, but like, this is a smaller restaurant, and like, don't be assholes and tell me you made it on a salad. I know you took it off.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with that. That's like one of those.
I know you took it off.
Yeah.
And at one point, the waitress screens back to the sushi chef, but she did it, and you know, sushi's Japanese. They're most sushi places are owned by Chinese people now.
Yes.
So she yells back in Chinese. Like I totally understood her.
What'd she say?
Well, it wasn't anything bad. She's like, "Hey, Hey, did you make another salad?" And he's like, "Oh, yeah." But she said in Chinese.
Yeah.
So I wanted to catch her though, but she didn't. I wanted to catch her being like, "Hey, you just took it off, right, for these stupid Americans, right? Or these stupid
Well, I mean, they're
idiots."
looking at you. Obviously, you look Asian. So,
I did.
You know,
so maybe
she obviously probably.
Yeah,
she might have added that in Chinese just to throw you
to see. I totally understand. Yeah, but I wish I could have caught her, man. I'm like, I heard.
I just like kind of like when you go get like a pedicure, they're like talking amongst themselves.
Oh, they're talking. They're totally talking.
Yeah, about like your feet and about you. And I just like one of these days, like I just want to like be able to like speak whatever language they're speaking and be like, blah 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 blah. Like I understand you. Stop talking about how gnarly my feet look because they're actually kind of adorable.
Yeah, your feet are nice.
My feet are cute.
Yeah, it was.
My feet are cute.
It wasn't like, oh, you.
Oh, your feet,
such.
Your feet got callous.
Oh, your feet are very ugly.
Yeah. Agree.
I'm sorry, my English not so good, but your feet very ugly.
Very ugly.
Very ugly.
I have adorable feet.
I hope you tip well because I do not want to be touching your feet any longer.
Yeah, like I mean, you know, so but I've definitely had my fair share of like bad wait staff problems.
Your feet smells like they come from the land of wind and ghosts. Like,
wind and ghosts.
That's from Mr. Sparkle from The Simpsons.
I actually did feel bad for our waiter last night because when we sat down at the table, I'm like, I'm peanut free, he's gluten free. Good luck.
Yeah, it's like okay, you can't eat anything.
Yeah,
here.
we're like a double whammy when we go to a restaurant.
So no bread.
Well, they had gluten-free bread. They had gluten-free brownies.
Okay, so they cater.
Yeah, exactly. One of the best. It was okay bread. Usually bread is like depressing and sad when it's gluten-free. Sure. The best bread I've ever had, better than the like normal people bread, was at this restaurant called Not Your Average Joe's.
Okay.
It's down south a little bit more.
Not to be confused with No Joe's.
Not to be confused with No Joe's. If I had the money, I would buy like the franchise name and open one here because when it gets here, it's going to go over huge. But the bread is so damn good.
Yeah. Speaking of Joe, we're drinking coffee right now. We're operating during store hours.
We are. There's nothing in it.
Yeah, we've done that though, where we slipped stuff in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but not today.
And then left the bottle hanging around.
Not today. This is a Rook Coffee Pumpkin Spice.
Yes, this is a local coffee.
Yeah, I wish you actually used to work at.
Yeah,
and then something happened, and you don't work there anymore.
Yeah, I was wronged, and I held a grudge for a very long time.
Is it grudge over?
It is.
I
buried the hatchet, so to speak.
Did you? What happened?
I did. I was at this Sunday. I was at. Well, you were running your half marathon.
Yes.
I was doing a yoga festival by the sea.
You were very big yoga festival.
Yes, it's called Local Mala.
Yes.
It's 108 sun salutations, and it's part of a worldwide yoga fest called Global Mala.
Yeah.
And 108 sun salutations, that's not just a number that they pick out of nowhere to torture you.
108 is a very big yoga number.
I'm still feeling it in my thighs.
What else do you feel in your thighs?
There's a lot of the
everything I ate last night.
Not a lot, but that's
That's not what I meant. But
I know what you meant. So it's 108 is the number of beads on a mala necklace.
Right.
So
very important number in
yes.
the yoga.
Exactly.
Ether atmosphere.
Atmosphere. I like that. So I was there and I was taking a break at one point. There was a teacher who I wasn't really jiving with his style.
Yes,
it's not the one that you think it was. Actually,
it
was Adam from the Cinnamon Snail.
Oh, dude, I love that guy.
I just don't like the way he teaches yoga.
It's very there's a method called Dharma. He's very Dharma.
Yes.
Very. He has a whole kind of persona.
Yeah.
It's very spiritual.
Well, it's funny too because my boyfriend was there with me, and we talked about the differing teachers.
Yeah. They rotate in and out.
Yeah. So it's each teacher teaches like 12 sun salutations, and this year it was very fluid. Like they would just hand the mic, and one of my favorite yoga instructors, this great guy by the name of Tim Shaw.
Yes.
He's very like quick, and he's very like foot up,
to the point.
Foot up.
Great instruction.
Yeah, but it's very quick and it's very defined.
Yes.
Whereas Adam is very flowy.
He's very slow, very like, spiritual,
take a breath. Yeah.
He would be like the yoga stereotype.
Exactly.
Instructor.
So I don't necessarily jive with that style. I like more like defined. Let's just get this out of the way. So so very defined, and so he was teaching, and I just kind of walked over because I wanted to kind of take in the general atmosphere of what was going on. And my old boss was walking up to me because they had a table there.
Yes.
And she looked at me kind of hesitantly, and I realized that was like the moment where she was either going to keep walking because she knew that I didn't like her, or she was going to come over and that was just going to be it. So she looked at me, and I looked at her, and I smiled, and I like gave her like a, hey, you.
Yeah.
And she came over, and we started talking.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so buried the hatchet, and
I like her. I like her a lot.
I like her a lot too. I don't necessarily agree with the business practice, but I don't necessarily work there anymore, so I don't really need to.
I'm totally in love with her.
So
not because she constantly smells like coffee.
Oh,
I don't know why. I'm just.
Well, she's beautiful.
I'm in love with her.
She
doesn't reciprocate that.
No.
She doesn't like dudes, first of all.
No,
so
no,
that's not gonna work.
She has a beautiful like wife.
Yes.
I think they're officially married.
They are.
Yes.
So that ain't gonna work.
Yes.
But she's awesome. She used to work in the corporate world, teamed up with her best friend of many years, and opened up it was a independent coffee place. Yep. Now they're exploding.
By the cup,
They grind it. What attracted me to Rook Coffee was they grind and brew each cup to order.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Perfect.
Do you get that at Starbucks?
No.
Hell no.
At Starbucks, I love Starbucks coffee, but it's usually burnt.
It sucks.
And I love Quick Check coffee, and that's even more burnt than Starbucks.
Yeah.
So Rook Coffee runs a great business, and apparently they're
opening
one in Red Bank.
They are, like literally just down the street.
It's next to the Starbucks.
It's going to be next to the Starbucks.
I mean, like, seriously, balls on this woman to do that. I like read that, and I was just kind of like, man, you know what?
I can't wait to see Starbucks become a ghost town. People going over for decent coffee.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, like, and I'll still go to Starbucks for all my specialty drinks, but it did make me feel a little better that I buried the hatchet on something that, like...
Okay, so I can start wearing my shirts again?
You can!
Because after you were,
I know!
After you were,
wrong.
So we say wronged and, perhaps let go. I say as far as you've given away too many cups of coffee, but all right. I'm sure it went deeper than that.
No,
except to me, you never gave me any free coffee.
No one ever figured out how many cups of coffee I gave away.
Never gave me any free coffee, but that's beside the point.
Free coffee?
No, I don't think you did.
I did.
Okay, maybe once.
I think I brought coffee a few times.
Oh, okay. That counts. Yeah. But after you were not there anymore, I didn't go there for a month.
Yes. And then you got called back, and I knew you got called back.
I show a little solidarity.
Yeah. I knew that you were going again. You weren't tweeting about it anymore.
No, I didn't tweet or Facebook. I would always check in.
Yeah, exactly. So I noticed, but I knew you were still there because people would be like, "Oh, like I saw Ming with a Rook cup of coffee," and I was like, "What?" This guy.
Okay,
but I noticed that you did stop wearing all your shirts.
Yeah.
And it was always something I was like, I'm not going to say thank you for that because it's a terrible thing.
Sure.
But it wasn't, it didn't escape my notice that you did that for me.
Right. Like I had like 10 shirts.
I know. I have like 1,000. I run in them, and I hadn't been running in them.
Yeah. So they're all on the right hand side of my closet, like untouched. I can break those out again.
Yes, you can actually. I feel better about burying that hatch, and it was just something, and it was a beautiful place to do it at like a yoga festival.
Yeah, peace.
With like Adam teaching.
Right. Peace, stage. Love. All right, I'm glad that worked out.
Yeah. So there was a lot of negative energy for me at this yoga festival.
Yeah,
I'm glad a lot of things happened, including a few places interested in my artwork.
Oh, are you gonna? Oh yeah, are you gonna be the next? Say Lululemon or?
I don't think I'm gonna be the next Lululemon.
Well, hey,
but I think that there might actually be a local yoga retailer that's interested in selling my shirts.
Yeah, perhaps this retailer may be perhaps like the place I got you this gift card.
Yes.
It's not gonna. This will help matters.
Yes.
I'll put in a good word with you. I'm homies with the owner.
Yeah. So
good guy, really good guy.
So yeah, no, the
really good guy, and your stuff it's amazing. So.
Yeah. So now we're just working on a plan of mass producing it and selling it. Yeah. I actually had a few people who run things that were at local mall interested in giving me cards like, hey, when you get the shirts. Contact me, we want to sell them with you.
Okay, that's great.
So yeah, so it was like a lot of negative energy, and it was completely overcome by everything amazing that happened that day.
So, as they say in the Lego movie, everything is awesome.
Everything is awesome. And I had a great breakfast after.
Right. Where did you go?
Pop's Garage. They serve breakfast.
I didn't know that.
In Asbury Park.
So, Pop's Garage is a kind of like a surf...
Local Mexican cantina.
Yes. That's exactly how they... We don't serve... Did you go in there like, we don't serve your kind in here? Did you cut anybody's arm off?
No, I just kind of wanted to be standing there and be like, have like...
Did you shoot first?
Have like my boyfriend sitting next to me and turn to the person next to me like, he doesn't like you. I don't like you either.
I've got the death sentence on 12 systems,
Yes.
You better watch yourself. I'll be careful.
You'll be dead?
You'll be dead, yes. Yes.
It's like my favorite scene in the world. But no, I didn't kill anybody.
Okay. You just ate breakfast.
Yeah. Only the one in Asbury Park, not the one in Shrewsbury.
Yeah.
And only on Saturdays and Sundays. So I'm like, next Saturday or Sunday.
Head over there, man. I had no idea.
I'm like, getting everybody I know for breakfast at Pops.
Yeah.
Totally good.
Right on.
We're plugging like every local place today.
Well, that's what we do.
Let's keep that up.
Let's keep
that up.
That's what we do. I ran a half marathon this weekend.
Yes, I heard.
And it was pretty awesome. That's why I had to miss the yoga festival. I've been to the last 4.
Yes.
Ever since they started. It killed me to miss it.
I will say this one, they replaced and they fixed a lot of things that people previously had a problem with. It was fixed. Christian, local yoga studio, Even Flow, kind of spearheaded the whole thing. Christian really did a bang-up job.
I talked to him afterwards. I saw him. I invited him to play poker with us.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, it went great. And I was like, you're going to do it again? Like, you didn't get scared off? He's like, absolutely. So.
Yeah. I mean, like, I told him, and obviously, like, he definitely doesn't believe things when you tell him that, but I was like, Christian, like, this was the best one yet. And he's like, yes, thank you, my friend, like, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, no. Like, I texted him later. I was like, Christian, like, I want you to know that was fantastic. Yeah. And he's like, I'm very humbled. And I was like, well, you should be very proud.
Kill me to miss it, though.
Yeah.
Kill me to miss it.
You'll be at next year's. I'll be at next year's.
I'll be there.
Yeah.
But I ran a half marathon with Samantha Aurelio and AJ.
Yes.
And it was awesome because it was both their firsts.
Mm-hmm.
And all I wanted to do was see them finish.
Yeah.
And they did.
Yes, I know. Every picture that I saw was just like fantastic. It brought me back to my first half marathon. I wasn't quite that happy after, but...
Really? Were you hurting or what?
A little bit. I seriously undertrained for my first half marathon.
Oh, we talked about this. Yeah. Didn't you stay up late or something?
I drank about 20 cups of coffee before.
Yeah. Yeah, there was one moment. I try not to drink too much before because there's no... I mean, there are worse feelings, but it really sucks to run when you have to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
And I was running with them, so I didn't want to break off and not find...
Did you just pee on yourself?
Yeah, I just let it go. I just emptied my bladder and it ran down my leg. And no, I did not. No, I wore a diaper. I put on the pens. And no, I ran, and at one point, I saw an open porta potty, and I was like, I'll just catch up with you guys.
Did you catch up?
I ran in there, like whipped out, whipped it out, like peed really fast, like a racehorse, and then jumped out. And yeah, I eventually caught them.
Nice.
I I caught them, but it was a whole kind of struggle. Like I don't want. It's like I don't want to leave them. I not like I really wanted to see them.
Yeah,
finish.
I was gonna say, you have to be like if you have to go, you have to go.
Yeah, I wanted to see them finish.
Yeah.
And yeah, they were. It was amazing because I knew them. It was their first one, but I was there when they set this goal.
Yes.
Around 13.1, which is not an easy goal.
No.
And then Sam lives on the West Coast, so to kind of motivate each other, after I did a run, I would track it on my phone and I'd take a screenshot and send it to her.
Yeah.
Like, I ran 5 miles today.
It was funny too because AJ, Sam always would send me her long runs, the screenshot.
Yeah.
So while you were sending it to her,
Yeah.
she was sending it to me.
Right, and then we were all kind of sending it to each other.
And AJ, I actually saw her running a few weeks ago, and I know how long the run was because I know where she was coming and where she went.
Yeah. Were you staring at her?
Well, no, I drove by. I realized it was AJ, and I realized she had like a very poor form.
Oh, right. You said
yeah,
yeah.
And she said she's like I was really hurting, and I kind of told her a better way to run. So when I went into her job a few days before the run. She had her ankle brace on.
Yeah, she rolled her ankle.
Yeah, so she was telling me, she's like, Sam, like honestly, I don't know run, and I gave her like the best advice I could.
Which was
that she should just do it because her adrenaline's gonna be pumping.
Yep. Yes.
If it's like, I mean, obviously it wasn't like a serious injury.
But seriously, like 13 miles.
Yeah. Well, so what I was saying, like, it's not like something that was gonna, if she ran on it wasn't gonna screw her legs up for the rest of her life.
Right.
So I said, like, when you're running, your adrenaline's gonna kick in and you're gonna feel fine.
Yeah.
Also, the break that you've been giving it is going to give it, like, And I said, if it hurts, walk. There's no.
Yeah, just move forward.
Yeah, there's no. You're still lapping everyone who's sitting on the couch. Yeah. That's one of my favorite things. And she even said, I saw her the next day, and I was practically crippled from Global Mala, and she was like dancing circles around me. And she's like, Sam, she's like, thank you. That was like the best advice ever. She's like, because as soon as I started running, my adrenaline was so high. Yeah. She's like, I didn't even feel it.
Yeah. And to her testament, she didn't start walking until mile 11.
Yeah, exactly.
11.
Exactly. When she talked to me, she didn't even think she was going to make it to 11.
Oh, yeah.
So I said, I was like, your adrenaline is going to bring you to at least 10, and you're going to be fine.
Yeah, it was great. We all stayed together for a good 10 and a half miles. It was awesome.
Yeah, they're fantastic.
Yeah, and I finished with Sam.
Yeah.
She beat me by 1/100th of a second.
1/100th of a second. You let her pull ahead.
I don't let anybody do anything, Samantha.
Yeah.
Do anything. But it was cool. She broke down at the end, happy tears.
Yeah.
And it was just really cool to see that.
Yeah.
So long story short, set a goal, kids, crush it.
Crush it.
No matter what it is, you want to open a comic book store, you want to run a marathon.
You want to kill Ming Chen?
Well, not that. That's not a good goal. Positive goals. Positive
goals.
You want to start a podcast.
You want to kill Ming Chen?
Don't. Why would you want to kill me?
Well, I don't. I'm sure there's a lot of listeners.
Stop planting the seed in like the next John Hinckley.
Well, actually, Walt planted it in my head that we have to kill you by we have to go back and kill you as a baby.
Oh, right.
Hitler style.
Before 2019.
Yeah. So Walt planted that in my head.
It's true.
Actually.
That's true.
Although I was still potting with you, so I mean, maybe I shouldn't.
Yeah, no, I spared you, of course.
Obviously.
Yeah, I mean.
Or I mean, you dug out my brain and implanted a microchip, and I follow you,
Hey, are you still alive? Yes.
It's true. would we call that alive?
That's all relative. Now, before the half marathon was on Sunday, Saturday night.
Yes, Saturday night
had a little shindig.
Yeah, it was the Comic Book Men rap party.
Rap party.
So it was really great to see everybody.
Yes, so I invited you and your boyfriend.
Yes.
You guys came out. Thank you very much.
Yeah, obviously.
I always like to have,
It was great, and I saw everybody from the set that I loved, including that kid that I definitely crush on.
Ronnie Porto, everybody.
Yeah.
Right,
That's his name.
Ronnie Porto.
That's his name.
Everyone knows Ronnie. He's been on multiple podcasts with us.
I love it whenever I was telling you about him because I didn't know his name. You were just like, I don't know who you're talking about.
Well, it was the first day, and I was like, who are you talking about? Like Tom Mom?
No, I was like that young, thin kid that looks hungry looking.
Yeah, I couldn't.
You just forgot him.
No, God, I would never forget Ronnie. Ronnie's one of these biggest first of all, Ronnie Porto, multi-talented.
Yes.
He just signed with, I believe, ICM. He's a screenwriter.
Yes.
He's got multiple talents. Very intelligent guy, well-spoken, great guy to hang out with.
He's adorable.
Worked on our crew. Yeah, good-looking dude.
Yeah, he's adorable.
Good-looking dude. I just didn't know that's who you were talking about. Now that you told me. That makes sense.
It makes sense. Now you like think like, oh yeah, she was kind of leading me in that direction. It was funny too because he was outside when I got there, and I was just like, oh you, and he's like, how did August filming go? I was like, I don't know, Ronnie, I had to work on the show.
Oh, he thought you were on the crew?
No, he didn't think I was on the crew, but like I guess like because we pod together, he was like,
oh, okay,
how did filming go? I was like, I have no idea. I'm like, why are you asking me? I was like, go inside and ask any other person in this joint.
Yeah.
But he's a cutie. Yeah.
I invite you. I saw the words "open bar."
Yeah.
So I invited you.
So you and and all the crew were there.
Crew was there.
And the cast was not.
Yeah, this is the part that killed me. I was the only cast member that showed up.
Yeah.
Which was odd.
That kind of kills me a little bit.
It was odd. Some of the people there, especially some of the people higher up, are not too happy about that.
Yeah.
Just come for 10 minutes.
Yeah, I mean.
Now, Mike Zapsik, I believe, he had an excuse. He was not feeling well.
Oh, Mike.
He was sick. Mike, you were sick, right?
For what?
Sick? That's why you couldn't come this Saturday? The party?
No, I just hated everyone there.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Mike hated everybody there.
Oh,
so.
Awesome. Well, that's good.
Well, you like Sam, so you couldn't come for her.
Okay. I like Meg.
Yeah. She was your replacement, and what do we replace?
I'm not replacing myself.
Yeah, see, you're replacing Mike again.
My God.
And what a replacement she is.
My God. But both me and Mike look fantastic.
Now, Walt, you kind of expect not to show. He's not a partier, so that's cool.
Yeah.
Brian Johnson
Walt's also got like 5,000 kids at home and like 50 dogs.
He's got 2 kids and 2 dogs.
Yeah, no, it's like 5,000 kids and 5,000 dogs.
Right. Now, Brian
Johnson had the best excuse ever.
Yeah. Now, Brian has actually been at every rap party we've had, so he's showed up.
Yeah.
Expecting to show up. He did not show up.
What was his excuse?
You want to know why he didn't show up?
Yeah.
He forgot.
He forgot? You were like live tweeting the whole thing.
He forgot. He totally forgot. He told me he woke up Sunday morning, got up, made breakfast, took Sage somewhere, and he was like, oh crap, was a rap party last night? Yes, it was, dumbass. It was last night. I probably should have texted him at some point on Saturday, just ask him.
I was going to say, why didn't you like text him when you were there?
It wouldn't have mattered.
Actually, I was just like, you know what? Like, no, there's no excuse. You were like live tweeting the entire thing.
I posted like 1 million photos.
Yeah. So like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
There's no excuse.
I should have texted him Saturday morning and like, hey man, you coming? He said his phone died. He put it aside and he didn't look at it. So we were texting him during the party. Like, hey man, you coming? Where you at? Where you at? He didn't get any of them. Later.
So he says.
Like rap party. Like you. I
think the truth is that Brian Johnson knew I was going to be there, and he was scared.
Yeah, probably.
He was scared of my
like what, Zen Librarian's gonna be? Nope, I'm coming.
Yeah, like he knew that like if we were in the same room together, we were gonna have to throw down. Yeah. I was gonna have to embarrass him.
Right.
You know.
You embarrass him all the time. It's great. It's great.
Well, until I take him on as my new co-host in potting.
Yeah. You don't have to replace me. You can start. You're perfectly welcome to start another podcast.
No, I was going to replace.
That's what I do.
I was going to replace you. You know, that's what you do.
Just make more.
It just,
That's what I do. I mean,
you.
2015, man. I got more pods in the wing.
I know.
I got more. I'm planning on 2 more, man.
Well, I guessed it on Pizza Beer Revolution.
You did.
If you're not listening to Pizza Beer Revolution, they're a fantastic pod right out of
Neptune, New Jersey.
Neptune, New Jersey.
Yes.
And just listen to them.
They're our homies. Yes.
Yeah, they're awesome. And I guessed it, and
yeah, how did this happen? They just contacted you?
Yeah, they just contacted me. They were like, "Hey, tomorrow, do you want to guest?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure."
Awesome.
And it was funny too because if you haven't listened to the pod, which is live today, I tweeted it before.
Yeah. Go to pizzabeerrevolution.com.
Yep, or if you want to just get to the link, go to @thezenlibrarian. My Twitter handle. Yes. I have the link on there, or my Instagram. Apparently, that's on there too. Mm-hmm. And They brought up a very interesting point. That usually when I tell a story, I always mention, and I was dating this guy. Okay. And that's like how I always start a story, because I kind of tell time by the guys I date. Right. Which is like a really awkward way to tell time.
Not really. You've dated many guys.
Yeah,
I can't blame the guys or you.
Well, I was to say, so I always, like, whenever I'm telling a story, like, there's always I always have a partner in crime. I'm kind of like Doctor Who, and my boyfriend's always my companion. Yes. So, like, when the doctor tells a story, he's like, oh, well, me and my companion at the time.
And your green Ford is your TARDIS.
Yeah, my green Fiesta is my TARDIS. Okay. Which right now it does make this weird crunching noise. So,
like the gears, like,
yeah.
Like the time circuits or whatever.
I have to get the brakes fixed.
Okay.
So they said that I should start my own spin-off pod called This Guy That I Once Dated. I was dating this guy, and I was like thinking back, and I was like, my God, I have so many great dating stories.
You could. There's a pod out there. I haven't subscribed to it yet. I want to listen to it. It's these two chicks, and I guess they go out, they have fun.
Ming S&M, pray for Debbie.
Yeah. Well, I guess they go out, they party. They bring dudes back. They have experience. I don't know if they're they experience them, and then they pod about it. I have to find out the name of that pod. I'm like, wow, man.
That's like a good one.
How could you not listen to that?
Yeah, I'll have to listen to that one.
Yeah.
But if you haven't checked out Pizza Beer Revolution and you want to,
yes, I'm
the guest on episode 54 B-side.
Yes.
So check it out.
Did you record in that baller house we both went to? It's cool, isn't it?
Yeah. The speakeasy.
Yeah. Thank you, Kelly.
Yeah.
We love you.
Yes.
And
yes, we
gotta get those guys in here. We'll get those guys in here at some point.
We do, actually.
Like, we'll get a full table, man.
God, it'll be great.
And I stole their GoPro idea, so we'll have GoPros, like, mounted everywhere. In the store, man.
It'll look like filming.
It's going to look like freaking Star Wars Episode 8. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So, you had fun at the rap party?
I did. I can't feel my legs from the day after, but...
Yeah, well, I mean, we were at an event beforehand, so, like, you came in, like, you had... Wait a lot... Well... You drank. Did you drink enough? Did you get enough to drink? Did you have enough to drink, Sam?
I had like one glass of wine.
Okay, you were limiting too, as I was, because I had to run the next day.
I was still drinking wine because I was drinking wine from where I came, so I wasn't going to switch over. But they have a great beer selection. Yeah,
I mean, the next day after the marathon, people were texting me, like, "How did you weren't you just partying?" I'm like, "Yeah." So I left. I made a rule to leave the party at midnight. I made a rule to myself to have only one drink, which I did.
And you broke all those rules.
No, I didn't break any of the rules. So I woke up. I went to bed at 1 in the morning. I woke up at 4 to get down to Philly to run. Yeah. So it's a little crazy.
I woke up the next day at about 7, and I mean the most exciting part of my day was that I was wearing my own art on a shirt and debuting it myself.
Cool. Yeah, like freaking SQ Designs, man.
Yeah, so it's gonna it's gonna be fantastic. I can't wait to kind of get that off the ground.
Love it.
It's gonna be good. So hopefully that'll be
That's awesome.
That'll be on a future show, wide.
That's
awesome.
Speaking of rap parties, so we're officially wrapped.
Yes.
Comic Book Men
Can
season 4.
you give us like a teaser as to why we should watch season 4?
Why? You're just gonna see so many. If you've been watching the show because you're a comic book fan, you'll be very satisfied. We have many of your favorite. You may see many of your favorite creators on the show. If you're watching the show because of the nostalgia factor, like, oh wow, I haven't seen that in years, and I love that. You're gonna be very happy. And I'm talking items and people.
Okay.
We'll put it that way. And if you watch it because you like Tom, Steve, Dave, and just the way we talk and like how we interact with each other and how I get dumped on and if you like watching me get made fun of, you'll be very happy.
There you go. So there's a reason to watch. If you like comic books or nostalgia or Ming getting beat up.
Yeah, or if you like Kevin Smith, you'll be very happy.
Yes.
Just
watch it.
Yeah, it is. Oh, if you like Brian Quinn from TV's Impractical Jokers.
Yes, he'll be
you will like this season. He's going to be on one episode.
There you go.
It's going to be fun.
So it premieres
October 12th.
After The Walking Dead.
Yes. If you are a Netflix watcher and you've only seen it on Netflix, season 3 will be on there September 28th.
Nice.
Which Netflix has been huge for us. There are a lot of people they don't have cable anymore.
Yeah.
Which doesn't really make sense to have cable unless you want to watch live sports.
Yeah.
But a lot of people just see the show on Netflix, and it never really occurred to me, but they've only seen 2 seasons. They've only seen 22 episodes.
Yeah.
And right now there exist 38. And there will be 54, which is crazy.
Wow.
So it's gonna, even with season 3 coming out, it's gonna open up a whole new world. Our fan base might grow. I may have more like 13-year-olds like.
Oh, Ming Chen, please give me kisses. Oh.
Yeah. So yeah, but we're officially wrapped. We just shot the last 3 days we needed with Kevin on the podcast set.
Yes.
This past week.
I saw them. I drove by today and I saw them taking stuff out.
I know, it's sad.
It was a little sad. My heart melted. I was like, I wonder if there's any apples left.
Oh, there probably are.
I'm kidding.
God.
I'm kidding. I went apple picking. I got apples for days.
Okay.
I'm eating apples for breakfast, lunch, and dinner for the next week and a half.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we literally wrapped yesterday, and me and Brian Johnson we just started taking stuff like the Griswolds. There's a his big thing this year is Mexican Coke, like in the bottle, and I love that too. So just start ganking that. Coconut water was for me. Yep. Start ganking that. So
nice.
I'm gonna sweep all like the candy into a box.
Yeah, just get it.
Just get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just get it. But yeah, I'm bummed out though. Like shooting with these guys is like a summer camp.
Yeah.
Like you see them for X amount of weeks. For this, in this case, worked with them for 12 weeks, and then after that, like they all go their separate ways.
But they all come back together next year.
God willing.
God willing.
Cross your fingers.
Cross your
please
fingers.
watch. Please watch, especially if you have a Nielsen box.
Yeah.
I want to keep doing this for.
So demeaning.
No, I'm begging, man. I don't care.
Oh, we're not
I don't
begging.
care. Yeah, I'm politely requesting.
Yes.
I'm politely requesting.
As somebody who didn't watch and I was converted, it's actually kind of funny. I really do appreciate him getting the shit kicked out of
If you didn't know me, would you watch? Well, would you watch it?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Like you like all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, just look at Brian Johnson's face. It's like angels singing.
He doesn't look hungry. What are you talking about? But no, actually he does. He looks hungry all the time.
He looks well fed.
He's obviously hungry. Obviously.
Hungry.
Yeah.
So speaking about TV.
Okay.
Did you watch the big premiere this week?
I've not watched anything this week.
Okay.
I've been too busy podcasting.
Okay, yeah. Well, you need to get on. Like, you work with a comic book store.
I know it's shameful.
You need to get on. Apparently, the next best thing. And we could fast forward the pod.
Mike loved it.
I was gonna say we could fast forward or rewind the pod back.
Mike loved both things, right? That came out this week.
Yeah, I didn't watch the second one.
Oh, okay.
Wait, the second one's coming back.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, the second one has come back.
Yeah. No. But it's coming back.
Right.
So that wasn't like. Okay, so we can rewind the pod about about a few months when I was talking about a particular show that premiered this week and my serious doubts about it.
Why are we making a seat? Gotham.
Yes.
Gotham.
Yes. My serious doubts for that show. Okay. And we can fast forward to this moment right now.
And how did those doubts
how wrong you were?
Yeah, I was like eating my foot the entire time.
Okay.
Don't eat feet.
Don't eat feet. It's like a fetish.
I've seen your toenails.
They're beautiful.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Why is this episode all about my feet?
I don't know.
So yeah, you need to watch the show actually.
Okay. Well, I would download and watch it on the plane.
It's like disgraceful that you haven't watched it yet, actually.
Dude, you have no idea this week.
Yeah, no, a DVR.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even that, it's on my DVR. Yeah. I have not had time to watch it.
I worked until 4:30 in the morning.
I know that.
And
on your birthday.
Still managed to watch it.
I know. I know.
So the whole point of the show is
Gotham, the rise of Gotham.
Gotham before it kind of becomes Gotham, actually.
Right.
And you're seeing the origin stories of like virtually everybody.
Yes.
And at first I was a little mad at the show. I went through like these definite phases.
Right.
Because this is a Batman show with absolutely like no Batman.
Right.
The whole show is about Jim Gordon.
Yes.
Which like I feel like that definitely wasn't.
And you'll see some of the villains as well.
Well, in the first 45 minutes, which is the episode.
Yeah, you see Selena Kyle?
You see everybody, actually. Cool. That's what kind of bothered me. It was like, we're going to take everybody and throw them on top of you, whether you like it or not.
Not reveal them slowly.
Whether it makes sense. Which I had some problems with when I first watched it.
Okay.
And I also had problems with the fact that it wasn't... Obviously, if you're watching the show, you're a comic book fan, or you're a Batman fan. If you are a comic book fan, you know the characters and their stories in the Batman universe.
Yes.
If you're a Batman fan, you know the characters and their stories from the Batman universe.
Yes.
So,
but they have to cater to everybody who doesn't know.
Well, it's true.
There are more people. There are way more people who don't know any of that.
It's true. So when they show you Edward Nygma, you know, he makes a riddle. And they say, like, I don't have time for your riddles. And in my head, I was like, oh, man, that's Edward Nygma.
Right.
That's the Riddler.
Yes.
But to drive the point home, they had to say, like, yeah, blah, 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 something like, go back to work, Nygma. And I'm like, did we really need to throw his name in there? Like, the subtle reference was enough to be mind-blowing.
Okay, you wanted to kind of like, oh yeah, that's
everything
awesome.
was very in your face. Sure. Like, you know, like we had to go through like the Penguin, like everyone's calling him Penguin, and he hates
hello,
it.
network TV for the idiots who live in middle America.
I didn't like all the in your face references. Okay. I'm more of the subtle appreciation.
All right. I get it. That's cool.
Like, and I said, I hated the way they brought you everyone, but now I see why. Because obviously, like, you're looking at a young Catwoman and a young Poison Ivy, and even a younger Edward Nygma, but the true villain of this season is clearly going to be Penguin.
Yeah. Okay. Which like is not really a great villain. If you think about it.
If you watch the show, you'll see where he's kind
of. Oh, is it? Yeah.
Brilliant.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, kind of. He's gonna like they're kind of putting him as like the linchpin villain right now.
Right.
And it makes sense so it'll go Penguin, and then, you know, in a few seasons, Poison Ivy will be grown up a little bit,
yes,
and she could be a villain. So I kind of appreciated what they did, and the fact that, like, clearly they're planning this thing for, like, Smallville seasons.
Yeah.
There was one thing that I completely appreciated, and it was a subtle reference.
Okay, which was?
The subtle reference that we may have seen the Joker.
Oh, okay.
I did read an article saying that every episode they were going to tease you with something that could be the Joker, but they weren't
going to tell you.
Oh, okay, so not
like outright though.
Yeah, obviously, because who's the #1 villain in the Batman universe?
Be the Joker.
And so they're gonna kind of tease you with it every episode,
right,
which I definitely appreciated, because that's basically what the Joker is all about, teasing you.
Yes.
And so I
torturing you.
I kind of appreciated the taking the Joker's personality and really putting it in the overall scheme of the show. But the moment I realized that they might have just shown you somebody who could be the Joker, I was actually, which wasn't actually when I was watching the show, I was fully mind blown.
Wow. Okay, so you're in.
Yeah, so I'm actually in.
You're in.
I'm in 100%.
I'll watch this on the plane. I wonder.
100%. It's good. I've had.
This is on freaking.
I had the boyfriend watch it. He loves it, which, you know. So
he's a geek. He's
kind of nerdy.
Yeah.
So 110% in for me. I'm eating my words about that show not being good.
All right, pilot extended version of Gotham, season 1.
Watch it.
I will watch it on the plane.
When are you hopping on the plane?
Tonight, 6:30.
Okay, so I mean, I wouldn't wait till 6:30 to watch it, but clearly you have packing and a family to attend to, maybe.
Yes, to both. Yes, to both.
So yeah, and the other premiere obviously was Marvel came back, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yes.
I only watched the first 10 minutes of it though.
Well, how did you fall asleep?
No, I had to go to dinner.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I kind of watched it after Walter Mitty, and I didn't get around to watching it.
Oh, no problem. That's cool.
I don't like the way it started.
Okay, well.
I don't care about her. I'm never going to. I don't care about her spinoff. I'm never going to.
Okay. Oh, okay. That's cool.
Yeah. So we'll see. I heard that I was gonna like the end of the episode.
I'm a big fan of Agent May. I was a big Ming fan to begin with.
She's fine.
Yeah.
She's fine. I was talking about Agent Carter.
Yeah, I know, Peggy.
Yeah, don't really like her. Not really down with that whole thing.
Like, I'll watch that show just for Ming alone.
Yeah. I'll watch it for the girl who plays Sky.
Oh yeah, Sky's cool too. Yeah.
Huh. Yeah.
Yeah. You kind of look like her a little bit.
No, don't look like her at all. I wish I looked like her.
A little bit.
I like the. I don't know what his name is. The young black guy. I like him too.
Yeah.
He reminds me of like a young Anthony Mackie.
Oh yeah, he does. Oh, totally.
Yeah, like I'm pretty sure they're cut from like the same person.
Yeah. No, they couldn't use Anthony Mackie because he's the Falcon.
Yeah. Well, yes.
Yeah.
Like literally, they're almost kind of twins. Like they look very similar.
Yeah, they look good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. So I'm kind of a big fan of him. I think he's pretty sexy.
Yeah. Can we rewind for a second? We'll go back to the rap party.
Yeah.
You know how we do you remember setting off an online firestorm by any chance?
Yes, I do actually.
It was great.
I was
gonna bring
it. I was gonna bring it up, and then I was like, my God, does it even warrant bringing up?
Yeah, it's
People
so
were, like,
funny.
Crazy.
It's so great. So I just got my new iPhone, baller iPhone 6. So I'm like taking photos all over the place, and I took a photo with. We did a normal photo.
And then one with me kissing your cheek.
Yeah, which is great.
Which a lot of Tell 'em Steve Dave fans didn't catch the irony of like me kissing your cheek.
Right.
Because the entire episode before that was all about me like criticizing you for kissing. Like a lot of people didn't get that irony.
I guess not.
And I'm like, man, like you guys are actually kind of not with it.
Oh God, there are many of them that are not with it.
Yeah, like no one picked up on that subtle.
I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
And so small fire, not a huge.
Somebody told me that my Adam's apple was very prominent. If that's the best that you guys got,
I know, seriously.
Pat on the back.
Seriously, that's out of everything.
Yeah.
Everything the Adam's apple.
Like my Adam's apple that I.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought that was funny.
Yeah. So. I laughed at quite a few of those.
Yeah. I just, I made the joke. Like, she told, it's like I thought it was funny. Like, she told me it tastes like Ginger Joe's chicken.
Yeah, I loved your comment, actually. Your pray for me.
You guys make it too easy, dude.
Pray for me.
Yes, I put that on Instagram. That was fun.
Yeah, that was kind of the best.
That was fun.
Yeah.
That was fun. And the other irony is your boyfriend took the picture.
He did.
And, like that's the other irony too. That was so funny.
He did. Yeah, no, it made me laugh because like you posted the picture and I was driving home. It took me about 30 minutes to get home, and like when I went and looked back on Twitter, like I had like 30 messages, all like firestorm coming at me. I was like, man, people need a life.
Yeah.
People need to not be that way.
Yeah. So all right. So fast forwarding back to the rap, comic book man. You work in a show, you toil.
Yes.
You create, hopefully something great.
Yes.
Then it ends. But at the end, you get, as based on tradition, you get a rap gift.
Okay.
So we all got
I didn't know that you got a rap gift.
Yeah, we all got rap gifts. First season, we got Prince of
Prince?
Not
Prince.
Yeah.
They gave you Prince?
Yeah, Prince. Like Apollonia, like Purple Rain. It was a lithograph with all of us done in cartoon form.
Yes.
So I believe the Justice League of the Stash or the Secret Stash Society.
Yeah.
They had an artist do that. That's what we got first season. Second season, we all got our own bobbleheads.
Yes.
Mine is right.
Right.
I don't know where I think Mike, where are the bobbleheads? Where are ours?
Burned them?
They're around here somewhere.
They're behind the.
They're behind this. Yeah, they're behind there. I don't know why, but I'll show it to you later.
I see Mike Sapsik.
Yeah.
I see Mike Sapsik.
Oh, you see the Mike Sapsik? Super Mike?
I see two Mike Sapsiks.
Yes.
Yes.
Third season, we all got our own hoodies with our name on them. Comic Book hoodies. So yesterday, we were handed a box and an umbrella.
What's in the box?
What's in the box? In the box were glassware with our cartoon form put on them.
Oh, okay. I think you meant like spectacles.
No, not specs. They're X-ray specs.
I was gonna say they gave you like glasses.
Yeah.
That seems weird.
Yeah,
Are you all blind?
No, only some of us. But
can't see.
So the glassware, the drinkware.
Which Mike Zapsik looked fantastic in my spectacles.
Yeah, you guys swap. You let him put on your glasses for a second.
Yeah, he looked pretty good.
Yeah.
You gotta watch out.
Yeah. The glass were cool. They were very the glasses were very reminiscent of the Burger King Star Wars glasses from the early 80s.
Yes.
Of which I think there's a collection of 4, maybe more. My parents would only get me 1. I had the Empire Strikes Back one with Hoth on it.
Oh, Hoth is a good place to be.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and then they
or Ming.
well, they were
his parents would only get him 1. I know.
Yeah,
I know.
well, I was lucky to get 1, basically.
I know.
Yeah. So, and we also got an umbrella with a Comic Book Man logo on it. So
which you could use today because it's like raining out.
Yes, there's like a nor'easter coming through or something. Yes.
Awesome. Have fun getting in a plane.
Stop.
I'm kidding. Your plane is going to Texas.
Right.
You'll be fine.
Going to Texas.
Going to Texas.
I'm very excited about this trip. San Antonio, never been to.
San Antonio, fathers, lock up your daughters.
Yes, your young daughters.
If they're 13 or 14, lock them
up.
Or
older.
Yeah, lock them up. Men, lock up your yoga-doing wives.
Yoga-doing wives?
Yoga-doing wives.
Okay.
And that's really all I have.
Okay.
For that.
All right. Do you look forward to seeing what kind of trouble I get into when I go off on these excursions?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I actually, I really like all your kind of mysterious tweets.
Okay.
And your mysterious text messages to me.
Are they really mysterious?
Well, sometimes they're drunk, so I don't understand them. Sometimes they're like drunk and I'm sleeping, so I really don't understand them.
Okay. Do you not want me to text you at 2 in the morning?
Oh no, I love it when
you want me to
text
do it?
me at 2 in the morning.
Okay.
I'm gonna start screenshotting some of those.
You feel free.
Yeah, no. So I look forward to your antics.
Okay.
I'm always wondering if you're going to take a 13-year-old out to breakfast or not.
No, absolutely not.
I mean,
I do not do
you've been known to do it before.
I did not do it. I have not done it.
Mike
I will never do
it. Did he bring that 13-year-old out to breakfast?
No, I tried to take Mike to breakfast that day. He didn't want to go.
Oh, man.
I tried. He would have gotten a free breakfast.
Thanks for the pancakes.
Yeah, the flapjacks.
Just like Mother makes.
Yes. It's like my mom makes. Get out of here. Get out of here. So, San Antonio.
Or what weird celebrity will be like kind of hitting on you but telling you not to sleep with other weird celebrities?
Oh, Claudia Wells. Thank you very much.
Claudia Wells. That's the one.
Jennifer Parker from Back to the Future. Yeah. Marty's girlfriend told me to be careful. It was cool.
Yeah, and then she hit on you.
That's left up for that's open interpretation. Mm-hmm. She was very nice, and I'm potting with her in LA. I invited her to come pot with me.
Of course you are.
Yes.
Of course you are.
It's gonna be great. gonna be awesome.
I believe it.
Can't wait. So San Antonio, I'm swinging over to Austin, and then I'm going to Houston.
Houston, I got 2 of my Angels in Houston. You should go.
I know, and then I got to drive back that morning to catch a flight. It's gonna be a very whirlwind.
Yes.
It's gonna be very.
Why do I have 11 tweets coming at me right now? We're not even live.
People like you, man. People like you.
Stop that.
People like you. Real quick, hockey is back.
Yeah, actually,
Pre-season.
before we go to hockey,
Okay.
I do want to take a minute to talk about Derek Jeter.
Okay.
Derek
Jeter.
I am not a Yankees fan.
No, I'm by far, and I'm not. I don't like Derek Jeter only because he's a freaking Baltimore Orioles killer. He's killed them.
Yeah. Which ironically, his last game is going to be the Baltimore Orioles.
Last home game. Last game is against the Red Sox.
Yeah, but the last home game is the Baltimore Orioles.
Is today, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's like kind of like a,
Yeah, I believe if you check the stat line, out of all the teams, he has had the most hits against the Orioles.
So when he came on the scene, I remember it, and I thought he was like a punk rookie. You know, he was like on Tiger
How
Beat.
old were you when he came? Like 8?
It was
1996, 95, 96.
Yeah, it's been 20 years, right?
Yes. Yeah, about 20. Yeah.
Yeah, so I would have been about 8 years old. Which I was a huge baseball fan. I was actually a Yankees fan at the time. Went to a lot of Yankees games at the time, and I didn't like him. I thought he was going to be basically what A-Rod turned into.
Right.
Rewind, 20 years back, and I was like, oh, Derek Jeter's going to, suck, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Like, let's fast forward 20 years.
I guess you liked him after 96?
Actually, no.
And no?
Not really. I mean, I never really took much notice of him. I mean, he was a Yankee. I became a Cardinals fan, it just...
Yeah, but your parents were Yankees fans.
And I mean, like, my parents like Derek Jeter, obviously. He's not my mother's favorite player.
Yeah.
So, but obviously a lot right now, a lot of commercials are about his retirement.
Right.
A lot of things are being said about his retirement. And obviously, the MLB is kind of in the midst of scandals involving, steroid use.
Sure.
Not quite as bad as the NFL scandals.
Steroids, amphetamines, like all kinds of stuff.
So
not nearly.
Not quite
even
as bad
touching the
as
NFL.
what the NFL's done to sports. But, so obviously the MLB has kind of like hoisted him up onto a golden pedestal because they want him to be seen.
Well, they would have done it. They would have done it anyway.
But like honestly, and I kind of got into this little discussion the other day about Derek Jeter, and I think he deserves to be there, but not because he's like the golden boy.
Right.
I think that as far as like captains go and as far as leaders go, he deserves everything.
Leaders. Not every team has a captain. Like some people see this as pretentious.
Yeah, and I mean, like I feel like he was never that guy. Like even though like he's never had a scandal.
Never.
He's
never been ejected.
Yeah,
in the game.
He's never been ejected. He's never had a scandal. He runs, being a captain with the highest regard. And, the people in New York love him. And a lot of people are saying, like, oh, well, all this, like, stupid stuff that they're throwing at him and all this, like, fanfare. I think he deserves every minute of it. And I'm not a Yankees fan.
Right. No, me either. I hate the Yankees.
Yeah.
With passion.
Yeah.
And I hate him as a player who's killed the Orioles.
Yeah.
Time and time again. But as a player,
I think he's
as a player, as a human being.
I think more
from what I know,
people,
anyways.
Yeah, I think more
more
players need to be him.
Yeah. Actually. Now this whole retirement tour thing, that I can't really get on board with. Like celebrating each team, like giving them all that attention and gifts and all that.
I like it though.
Like if you're gonna do it for him, like do it for like everybody.
But does everybody deserve it? This is the fight that I was in the other day. Does everybody deserve what Derek Jeter is getting? I don't think so.
I suppose not.
And the thing that I was.
But like, where do you draw the line? Like Craig Biggio. I know this is he retired before they started doing all this crap. Like,
yeah.
I think Chipper Jones started this all a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And then it went to Rivera, Mariano, and now it's going to Jeter. But
I mean, I also feel too like there are probably
like Adam Dunn. Is Adam Dunn going to get like retirement?
I was going to say,
like,
I also feel like it is the nature of being a Yankee and being a Yankee for his entire career.
Yeah.
Like he was born in that suit and he's going to die, in that suit, his career-wise. And, if he was maybe on another team, like if he had played on, the Giants and he had played on the Royals, like, and played on the Cubs, like, would anybody have cared about the Derek Jeter we know as a Yankee? No, because being a Yankee elevates you already on a pedestal.
Absolutely.
Whether or not they deserve to be it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But
So,
I do.
And then they're all wearing patches.
I mean, I do feel like he deserves everything he's got.
They don't need the patch. Isn't necessary. The commemorative baseball's unnecessary. Well, while he's playing, no.
I mean, like I like it. I also
like leave the patches for like guys who have died, and special occasions like anniversaries and stuff.
You're not having like an "Oh Captain, my Captain" moment.
No.
No.
No. No. Just give him the standing ovation, cheer for him while he bats his during his final games, whatever. But everything where was Bernie Williams' day? Bernie Williams had maybe even more to do with that championship run that Derek Jeter did.
It's true. I was going to say, would we say that maybe Derek Jeter's career has been highlighted by the fact that his team was so amazing when he started it?
Of course. But Bernie Williams was awesome. Like Paul O'Neill.
I was going to say Paul O'Neill. Yeah, I was.
Yeah, where's their days?
Where's
their fanfare? Where's their patches?
Where are their patches?
None.
Can't give them to everybody.
Yeah.
I do think though, as far as players go, more players need to try and live by the standards that he did.
Right.
Because I feel like, especially like on a team, I feel like when you look at the Yankees, you look at Derek Jeter and then you look at A-Rod, and they're completely different spectrums.
Yep.
And I think that, A-Rod is like a joke. And
it's a big joke.
It's a big joke.
Big joke.
And Derek Jeter, more people have to live like that.
Yes.
But
good on you, Derek Jeter. I tip my cap to you.
Yeah.
I'm not wearing a cap, but I tip it. If I had one, I would tip it.
Tip my imaginary baseball cap.
Yeah.
It's a Cardinals hat.
Right. All right. Do we go to a more exciting sport now? Hockey.
Hockey is back.
Hockey. All started a couple days ago. Rangers Devils. Played a preseason game at.
Mine was Boston Canadiens.
Devils won the last 50 seconds for Adam Henrique, man, with the wrist shot.
Dude, the Canadiens. I was at work.
What, they get shot 5-zip? Is that what happened?
That was, well,
We're talking about,
Yeah, but I was talking about the other game, actually.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's preseason, don't count.
Yeah, so wait, let me go back so I get the date right. So,
Got it. Well, was it? I thought it was 2 days ago.
Yeah, it wasn't 5 seconds.
But
no. Yeah, so on Tuesday night I was working in the back room,
right,
and my phone goes off that a game is starting at like whatever time it was, and I look and I'm like, I completely I was gonna be working until 3 in the morning. I ended up being there until 4:30. So like I was setting in for a very long night at work. So I was like, what game is playing? So I look over,
checking scores,
and it was Boston Montreal,
okay,
and I was like, oh my god, it completely skipped my mind that game was starting, and then a minute later, the score goes off that somebody scored, and it was Boston.
Yeah.
Scored like a minute into the preseason.
Yeah, you're like, all right, this is gonna be great.
This is gonna be great.
This is awesome.
I went back later and looked; they lost it 3-2, and I'm like, this is gonna suck.
I know exactly how you feel.
I
remember first game of the season, 2010.
Yes.
We just recorded an episode of Puck Nuts, and me, Walt, Brian, and Sunday Jeff went to a Devils game, and this is right after they signed Kovalchuk or re-signed him. And they had that frontline Kovalchuk, Parisi, and I think it was Travis Zajac.
Yeah.
And they scored 2 goals real quick. We're high-fiving each other. We're like, they're gonna win every game. They're gonna win the cup.
Winning the Stanley Cup.
This is gonna be awesome.
Real early on this.
They lose that game 3-2 in overtime. We're like, all right, you know.
It happens.
That's great. And then it just went downhill from there. They lost like the first 8 games.
Good for them.
Yeah.
Good for them.
Yeah.
Boston did win last night on my birthday, 2-0 against the Washington Capitals. So good looking at Boston.
Hats off to them.
They disappointed me the night before, but came through on the night that really mattered.
Hats off to them.
Yes.
But it's back, man.
It's back.
Our regular season starts October 2nd or something.
Which
we gotta go to a game.
Which it was funny.
Pick a game. Let's go.
It was funny too because obviously I'll go to any hockey game. I'll go to a Devils game.
Pick it on me. On me.
On you.
On me.
Well, I was to say Boston.
It's gotta be a Devils game, but yes.
Well, it's gotta be
what's the schedule?
Yeah, when does Boston and Devils play?
Let's check the schedule here.
Well, I was gonna say I know my boyfriend is a Rangers fan, and he was like, the Rangers and Boston don't play each other here until like January. And he's like, that's like so.
God,
I was like, I don't want to wait.
Not only that, I ain't going to the Garden.
Yeah, gotta have the Garden. I'd rather just drive to Boston.
5 hours, man.
Yeah, we can do that.
All right, let's see. Home. All right, so I'm looking visitor. They never play in like freaking. They never play early. It's always late, and then by then it's kind of like I don't. You know, here we go. Friday, February 27th, 2015.
Jesus.
What are you doing that day?
Friday, February 27th.
Yeah, what are you doing February 27th?
I don't know. I can take off of work and hope I get approved.
Okay. And that's the only time the Bruins go. Why? They're so close.
Are the Devils playing in Boston before then?
Oh, yeah. You want to go to Boston?
We can go to Boston.
Let me see.
I've never been in Boston proper.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes. Monday, November 10th. Devils Bruins in Boston. And there's probably another one here. But there is Thursday, January 8th.
Okay.
It's going to be cold. And I believe that's, as far as I can see, that's it. So
I'm waiting for the big stadium game between the Rangers and Boston.
Okay.
That's what I'm waiting for.
All right.
It better happen this year.
Haven't they announced all that already?
Well, they better announce another one. I actually don't know. I haven't read anything.
Okay.
I've been like so busy with my soccer team.
Right. Yeah, that just came
the Champions League
you're working,
is back.
It's your birthday.
Yeah, I've been so busy with all that stuff and working, and haven't even checked anything hockey related. Yeah. But it's back. My phone is officially giving me updates sometimes.
Right on. Yeah.
So I'm super excited about hockey.
You're set, man.
Yeah.
All right.
We can
cool.
go to like a Devils Vancouver game. I would love to cheer on the Devils against
check
Vancouver.
The schedule. Let's see what we have here.
I'll bring my Devil shirt.
That's right. I forgot you had one.
I have a jersey and a shirt.
Let's see. Canucks. I don't know if they. Canucks. I don't see them.
Did they just relegate the Canucks?
Oh no! Here we go. Friday, February 20th.
Jesus.
Well, they're all the way out west, so.
Yeah, well, they should just relegate them out of the
Why can't you be a? I wonder who plays here. I mean, the Rangers, obviously, and all the teams in the division.
I mean, we can go to a Devils Rangers game. I'll just wear a Rangers jersey. I
don't even. I guess we could. We gotta pay premium prices for that, though.
Yeah.
So, like, we should go to Winnipeg Jets game. Like
Winnipeg. Yeah, we're gonna drive to Winnipeg.
No, Jets here.
Oh.
Oh, I won't be here, so I'm not here that weekend.
As I say, we're gonna go to a Winnipeg Jets game. We're gonna drive all the way up there. If we're gonna do that, we might as well
Blackhawks?
go to
Blackhawks?
Yeah, I'll root for the Devils against the Blackhawks.
Like Caps? Okay, cool. Caps?
I kind of like the Caps.
The Senators are kind of like yeah, well, nobody cares about the Senators.
It's true. If we're gonna like drive to Canada to
here's
go
a
to
team
game,
more people don't care about the Lightning.
Well, especially now that they lost their best player.
Yeah.
If there's one Canadian place we can go to watch a game, let's go to Montreal. I have one of my Angels there.
All right, that's only 5 hours.
I just got to get a passport.
5 hour, 8 hour drive?
I just got to get a passport.
Yeah. All right, let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right, bam, hockey back.
Hockey back.
Do I have any Puck Nuts music here? Just
I'm like sleepy. Whew.
All right, I think I hear this is our. That's our old Puck Nuts intro. It's a cool intro, right? We should bring that back, man. People have been begging for it, but
why don't you?
We need all four of us. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm ready. I want to do it. Jeff would probably come back. It depends on how the season goes.
True.
Because the year we started it was like the first year the Devils didn't make the playoffs in 14 years. Stop.
So it's kind of like a jinx.
It could be construed as such. But then we started up again when the Devils made the playoff run.
And
they lost to the LA Kings. Yeah.
So it's like a jinx.
Yeah.
Maybe
people
maybe
really
you
want
shouldn't
it
bring it back. Actually, I'm a Boston fan. Maybe you should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think I'm drafting for my fantasy hockey team this week.
So you gonna do it?
I think so, actually. Usually I start...
I've been contacted multiple times.
By the same person.
Yes. And
he really wants you to do it.
I know, but I don't have time, man. I don't have time.
You don't have time to do something on an app on your phone?
No, I don't. I want to go full out. I want to have time and
okay,
I just don't want to. I think if I played, I'd be really into it for a few weeks and then I get busy.
Oh, that's what I do. I stopped playing halfway through the season.
Yeah, and that sucks though. That is bad for the league.
Somehow I always still make it to the playoffs.
That is bad for the league, and it just screws everybody else if you're sitting there not trading with anybody and you have good players and your team sucks and.
So
Yes.
So what if I said, let's make it like a podcast thing?
Okay.
We'll.
You got update on how your team's doing? Absolutely.
No.
Okay. What? Okay.
We'll draft our team together. The teams, our teams.
Okay.
And we'll do it on a podcast format. And because you do everything on podcast format.
That sounds so boring. Like drafting fantasy.
Actually. What's funny is for every time
like third round. Okay, I take Max Talbot.
Well, it's funny too.
I take Scotty Hartnell.
I was gonna say the third round.
Scott Hartnell, I don't know.
Well, yeah, but
maybe, yeah. If that, maybe fifth round.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe not third.
Yeah, Max Talbot, I don't take it all. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I was just saying like those are your third round.
They're supposed to be funny.
Oh, I thought you were being serious. I was gonna say those are your third round picks. No. Jesus Christ, you're gonna be a really easy guy to beat.
Exactly. That's why I'm not playing fantasy hockey.
You're really easy guy to beat.
Yeah.
What we've always done in the past is we've gone to a diner and me and
that's how I want to do it. Like go to a bar and draft.
Yeah,
I would love that.
And Tony and I would have sat across from each other and drafted our own teams.
I would absolutely love that.
Yeah. So that was always fun. This is gonna be the first year of drafting kind of differently for me, obviously.
How are you doing it?
I don't know yet. I might do it sit at like a Starbucks and do it.
Oh, but you do it on the computer?
Yeah.
See, I hate that.
But
I'll do it, but I hate it. There's no trash talking. There's no
Well, there is. There's a little forum.
It's not the same though.
It is though.
It's not the same as like if I'm like I'm like that sucks. Or I just type it. Oh, that sucks. Send. It's not the same.
I'm sorry.
Ain't the same.
I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry. It's just how it is.
I'm sorry.
Just how it is.
Well, fine. Then don't join our fantasy hockey.
All right.
Okay. I have to come up with my name actually.
Oh, good. That can help you out with.
Yeah. My first year I did it. It was
just the tip. Like everyone
shut your pie hole.
Everyone just the or between the pads or like something stupid.
Or like the names where it's like live long and prosper.
Yeah.
Stuff
right.
I can't Spiza's pizzas or something.
Right.
I can't actually think. Actually, I could look it up on my nifty phone.
We'll figure. Yeah, you'll figure something cool out.
Fantasy.
You want to throw in suggestions? Feel free.
Yeah, feel free
tweet
to
at the Zen Librarian
to the top 25 fantasy hockey team names. There's a few on here that I really actually.
Oh, you have a list?
I just looked it up on Google.
Okay.
This was from 2012 to 2013.
All right.
Let's wait for that to load. Yeah, so if you have any names, tweet them at me because I haven't actually named my team yet.
Okay.
It's just like, Sam's team.
Yeah. Reload that.
Yeah,
it might work. Or it's like if in and out here. But, I'm curious to see these names.
Yeah, some of them are really good.
Are you fantasy team names or fantasy hockey team names?
Fantasy hockey team.
Let me see what I
moves
got
like
here.
Yager.
Okay, that's cliche too.
I know, but they're funny.
That's cliche. What? I just want to find like a list. Give me a list. Semen stains.
Yeah. Our overall league name is like Semen on her Backstrom.
Oh, okay. Malkin Mindmeld.
Not your stepping stone. Oh my god, that's so bad.
Parental guidance.
Yeah.
These are not that good.
No, they're always terrible.
Smoking Budai. That's
enough said.
Enough said.
Enough said.
Right.
That's a good one.
Is there any good? Bacchus spasms. These are not good.
Yeah, no, I didn't say they were.
These are not that good.
Giro your own way.
Urbom Cowboy. I don't like or is it Urbom's in the minors, isn't he? All right, good. Whatever. I wonder if there's a generator.
I don't know, but God, they're stall tactics. Cain is able.
Yeah, these aren't.
Oh no, they're always really bad, but they're always just really funny.
Yeah, these aren't that good. The Kessel Run.
I like the Kessel Run.
Can I get a hell yeah? That made you laugh.
They all make me laugh. Tickle my pickle.
Good enough.
Yeah.
All right. That's all I got. I gotta go pack.
Bettman Returns. That's a good one.
Bettman Returns.
Bettman Returns. That might be it.
All right, done.
All
right, that's your.
If you have any better ones, feel free to.
You've got to have a better one.
Yeah, you've got to have a better one. Those were all bad ones that we named. Feel free to tweet us, even if you just want to look it up on Google and find somebody else's awesome one. Tweet it at us so we know what you guys.
Okay, at the Zen Librarian. Send it over to her.
Send it over.
Send it over.
So you're gonna go pack.
I'm gonna go pack. I'm gonna go fly out of here and.
Kiss your wife first.
Absolutely.
Look at your children.
Absolutely.
Have you seen them in a few days?
I've seen them today, as a matter of fact. Yes. Wow, I know, shocking.
Shocking. Have they grown a lot?
They have, yes. I haven't talked to them. How about that?
Since the last time
I haven't talked to them.
Yeah. Did they recognize you?
Well, okay, let's not go that far.
I love it.
All right, but Sam Q, happy birthday.
Thank you, Ming.
Have fun using that gift card.
Yeah, it's. I'm gonna walk over like right now.
Get yourself something nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk over.
Spend it all in one place.
Well, I have to actually.
Yeah, okay.
I spend it all on one item.
Once I start getting Snooki money, then you can get more.
Snooki money, nice. I'm like stuck on this chair.
You get more. But.
Yeah, no. So until next time.
Yes.
Have fun in Texas.
Thank you. Come see me in San Antonio.
Yes.
And.
Yes.
Yes. All right.
There you go.
For the Sam and Ming Show. My name is Ming Shun.
My name is Samantha Quintus.
And,
Quintus. That's Samantha Quintus.
Yes, Quintus. Do I have the Toodaloo on here? No, I don't have it on this computer. So, Toodaloo, motherfucker. All right. Yeah, whatever. There it is.
There you go.
There you go.